everyone, it's Philippa at Flipcat Craft. Thanks for dropping by and welcome back to my channel. This is the first tutorial I've done since I've had shoulder surgery, and I hope that I'm not too slow. And it's actually sort of a companion piece to my previous book page one that I did, which I filmed before my surgery, but I think I've just put up, which was to make these clusters, tuck spots, whatever you want to call them. I said at the time that this was part 1 of 2, in that we were using the punched out parts of paper, and then you see, I love that, beautiful. And the second half is actually what we're doing with the bits now. And I actually came up with this idea because I was punching out the shapes, and I thought, oh, I could use these. Now, I'm not saying that this is an original idea necessarily. I hadn't seen it before, but I'm sure something like this has been done. And I punched out the circle, and the reason I was doing it actually is because I keep a little container of punch out. Some of them are already pre-stained, others are just sorted by size and shape, so that when I am crafting I don't have to stop, I can just keep going. And so I was doing a big punching session one day and I thought, oh, I could do something with this. And what I ended up doing is I made it just a little flip out, and I backed what was the hole with an image, and then obviously decorated the front. And now on some of them I have just put some torn paper to create a journaling spot, but I didn't want to cover up too much of the beautiful writing, which is from the Edith Holmes books. This one's just a novel, and it's a flip down spot. This is another Edith Holden one. That's one of my printables from my Paris Nights set, and just a stamped label bit. And then this one you could cover. I've just left it to show, so you could cover up that. That's a punched shape, or die cut, can't remember. But you could even just use that as one little journaling spot, and then just use this as another one, and then the back. So it depends on whether you want to stick it down, and then you could have a little tuck behind there as well, or if you want to just have it something that you can pull out and use, in which case you could use the back as well. And then this one is a flip up. So that's 3 different examples. That's 2 different punches, and sorry, these punches are the same one. We've got a round one there, and it's a smaller round one. Anyway, that's the introduction, and now I'm just going to do a quick tutorial. So here are some examples of things. So I've got some sheet music, and obviously I had already cut the circles out of these, and these I've already inked up just around the edge and around the inner circle. And both of these I've torn with my edging ruler, just to prove that it's not always required that you have some beautiful paper. This is actually some special paper. This is actually some cardstock that I dyed using Distress Oxides when I was just practicing a technique, and I had this left over, and I thought that would be nice with the scallop punch. And I'm just going to do another one now with just some book pages. These are nice book pages, but it's a Wilbur Smith novel, so it's like full of like action and often violence. So I don't mind having a few words showing, but I generally prefer to cover up a lot of it. So what I'm going to do, I think I'll do this one as a sideways one. So here's my thing. This is a stamp Hender's punch, but I actually bought it secondhand off eBay because I couldn't find a new one anyway. So just centering that between the 2 edges, I'm going to punch there. And I should point out that this is actually 2 pages glued together, so that I have, it's a bit sturdier. And then I'm just going to use my tearing ruler and tear about the same space. So we got, oh, there's inches. I always have trouble measuring with this ruler, but so that's like 1 inch. I don't know, whatever. We'll just tear. Hope it's straight. I don't understand how you use these rulers that start at 0 in the middle. And then obviously I could do another one here that would flip up, maybe, or flip down. I'll put that aside for now. So, and this one, because it's got the nice natural edging on the paper, I'm not really going to do much else with that. That's why I just tore the top. But I might cover the inside because I don't need to, it's not necessarily nice writing. So anyway, I'll start with this one. I'm going to just ink up around the edges of the, where I punched. As you probably noticed when I closed it before, you couldn't really see it because I lined it right up beautifully on the edge of the words and it was a bit hard to see, but that's all right. Some of the other ones that I did, I actually did bright colours. That would be Age Mahogany. I think that's probably Villainous Potion. That one's definitely Villainous Potion. And that's, I think, Victorian Velvet. So I don't always use browns. I try to have a bit more colour, but because I've got this natural, I think it's foxing, aging, I want to kind of blend in with that on this particular one. So that's all I'm doing there. And I guess this is kind of a mass make style, but I've already done the first step. Now, the next step is to find an image that's going to work. And this is, I thought this size might work. So this is from my postage stamps that you could purchase on Etsy. It's Banksias and butterflies, and Banksias are native Australian wildflowers. So I think that's actually two different types of Banksias, and then that's a bouquet which I really like. Oh, and there's also the butterflies. The butterflies aren't necessarily Australian ones, they were just in a set that of illustrations I had, which I thought looked really cool. That's the colours are too close. I need something with a pop of colour, which is why I thought that one, but that doesn't quite work. But I think that one does. So I'm just going to tear that out. And this is 180 maybe, or 200 GSM cards, heavy paper. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, just tidy up the edges a little bit more. Right, so what I do is a tricky double gluing. I'm going to put some around the edge here so it sticks right on the edge, and then I'm going to put some around the edge here so that it holds down like that. So I'll be back in a minute. So that is down now, and if you look inside, there's obviously a little white spot there. You can use that, or like as I did in one of these other ones, you can actually cover it. What's this one? You can cover them, which would then make them the same. But I think in that case, I'd actually used, so this was from an Edith Holden book, and I used an image from an Edith Holden book, so they were a lot thinner. This is quite thick. So I might just leave that for now, but I will definitely cover that at some point. But I will decorate the front. Now I'm going to put some lace on. I like using lace. I think it needs a little bit of colour. I'm just seeing if I've got any. The only coloured lace I have right now is pink, or this kind of cream. No, that's, I don't think that's going to work. That's too big. I think I'm going to use this one. It's very similar to the paper colour, but that's okay, because I'm going to decorate around the edge as well. So I'm going to use my Helma 450, which I think is very similar to Fabri-Tac from what I've seen, and I've heard people talk about the smell. This one smells like nail polish remover, and apparently you can actually, if it gets really thick, you can thin it with nail polish remover, and it's very similar to a hot glue gun. I'm not very good with a hot glue gun. I don't know what that says about me and my coordination, and being one of life's failures if you can't use a hot glue gun, but you know, it just doesn't work with me. I'll have to look at some videos on how to use them or something. I'll trim the edges later. Okay, so we've got that, and I want to put some flowers and some butterflies on. So I'm just going to find some of my offcuts and things, and maybe a label. Label would be good. Right, so these are my fussy cuts from my butterfly sheet. Okay, I think I want something a bit low on my butterflies, so I have to cut them out. But I think maybe one of these ones. Yep. All right, back in a sec. Okay, so I think I like that butterfly, but I think it needs something under it. So maybe one of these small round punched circles. I don't know if that's going to be too big, maybe. Or maybe need a little bit of colour. It's all very neutral at the moment, isn't it? I've got a lot of pre-made labels that I've stamped. I'm going to probably do a video on that if anyone's interested. Yeah, that one would work. Filed. Yeah, I think so. And again, I keep them all in little containers so they don't get, you know, squished or anything. Even down there. Now on this one here, I put flat pack pearls, and I started small, got larger to where the head is on here. That's what I do with butterfly stamps and things quite a lot. I might put them on later, but just to get a few of these done quickly, I just thought I'd show you that, and I'll move on to the next one. Obviously this is a bigger size, so I'll see what we've got in terms of images. And take into account the coloured background. Does this one look like the base? No, that's too big. So I'm probably going to need some kind of book page or something. That would be good, but that might be too small. Yeah. This whole strip's too narrow. I do have this, which is already inked up and stuff. It's from a different project that I don't know what I was going to do with it, but I think it was for a cluster. I didn't use it. That looks quite nice. All the butterflies and the flower in the middle. I'll do that one. I like that, but it's got a thing in the middle so it's not flat. So I'm looking for something that sort of size, but my box of flowers, a little bit smaller, a little bit flatter. These are words printed on craft cardstock. Had them for a very long time, and they were from an Australian brand called Collections, which I'm pretty sure is not around anymore. I know that Stampington had a license to print some of their stamps for a while, but Stampington seems to have got rid of pretty much all their stamp range, so who knows what they're doing these days. Anyway, I rediscovered them when I moved house. I'd forgotten I had them, along with quite a few other things actually. But anyway, I like these. Just for a little word, cut that terribly. See if I can straighten it up a bit. I don't mind using the black printed word on the coloured background because I think it'll pop a little bit. Yeah, I like it there. Just use my glue stick, but because it's just cardboard, should be fine. And if you're wondering why I haven't inked around that, it's because I've done it before and it doesn't show up. Just a waste of time. Okay, so that's 2 done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the other 2 off camera and I will be back with you in just a minute. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Fortunately for you, I've cut out all the making because I'm still very slow, but I just wanted to show you what I've done. Now, I haven't put the paper inserts in all of them. I have in one just to show you what it would look like. But we'll start with this one. This is the one that was the oxide dyed paper that I had done when I was testing products and experimenting with colours. And I used one of my printables here from the Banksy and Butterflies collection, and I put some little flowers here that I thought would enhance the colours here and also match the flowers there. I used a little cutout word, and inside, look, you'd have to cover this because it's like there's dye everywhere, but that would just make it, you know, a bit thicker. But I like that one, quite colourful. This is the one I originally did, so it's got one of my printable butterflies, it's got the little pearls, that's one of my printable stamp from my stamps, postage stamp set. That's just some stamp labels I've got. It opens on the side, and I'd probably cover it just so that it looked a bit neater. I mean, if I thought about it, I could have actually cut that out properly. It looks a bit messy, but it doesn't matter. And again, I didn't edge this one in colour because it has the beautiful natural aging on the paper. So I did those 2 mostly on camera. This is one I did off camera. This is that's the Villainous Potion I was talking about earlier. These are from my Paris Nights collection. So that's an iris and fleur-de-lis, which is the fleur-de-lis symbol is based on the iris. That's the back of that, and you could just put another piece of paper there for journaling. The back, I'd probably stick this one down. So we've got top opening, side opening. Yeah, I think they're all top opening now. This one I really liked. I stuck down. What's going on? Yeah, this one I really liked. I had found these page of eggs. I've still got some of them, bird eggs, in one of my Edith Holden pages, and I was trying to work out how to use it. And it's hard because, you know, there's beautiful pictures on the other side too. I think in this case it's a bird, but thinking about isolation, I just thought that was beautiful. And you could do something more inside, maybe with speckled egg, I think it's called. Distress, which is that kind of blue colour. And this one, that's from my Paris Nights collection as well, just a little bit of corrugated cardstock. And this one I've lined inside just so to show you. I like how I've used quite a thin weight paper, parchment-y style, and you can see the music notes coming through, but you've got the space to write on. And of course, these were the ones that I had earlier, just a smaller one, like that. This is one that flips down. I should have made one that flips down today. I wasn't really thinking. That's kind of cool. I like that. That one opens to the side, and that's with coffee dyed paper. And then this one opens up. That's my collection of book page flips. As I said, I don't think I've created anything brand new, but it's new to me. And it just came about through punching and stocking up on my craft materials. And of course, I made these with the and of course I made these with some of the punch shapes, and I've got a video on that, so I'll link to that below in case you haven't seen it, and you can see it's 2 layers of punches and some other bits and pieces. But that's a good way of using up your scraps. So you punch something out and then you use the leftover bit. And I did have this I didn't get to use it, but from my butterfly die cut, I was trying to work out if I could maybe just attach it to the front of a folded bit of book page and put something behind it. Haven't got that far yet, but yeah, that's maybe another project. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you've liked the tutorial. Let me know if you like my book page series, and if you have any feedback. And if you give this one a go, make sure you link in the comments and show me what you've done. I'm always looking for ways to use book pages because I have so many of them, as we all do, and things that we can put in our junk journals, just, you know, little beautiful things. And you can use book pages, you can use manuscript, you can use stickers and labels, you can use printables. It all works. Flowers. Just get in there, have some fun, and make something out of your scraps. That's what we're all doing. Anyway, that's enough for me today. I'll have another tutorial soon, but in the meantime, check out my lap book series. They're all shorts, and I'm still adding to it even though Junk Journal January has finished. I had to stop making in January because of my shoulder surgery, but I will be continuing to update that project, and I'll have a video once that's finished with the whole thing, like not just a short, because it's hard to fit it in the camera space, but hopefully that'll be soon. And anyway, I've got another couple of journals in progress, and I'm looking forward to sharing that all with you. Anyway, let me know what you think. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. If you've got any other suggestions to do with book pages, or you've seen some good videos you think I should check out, tell me, and I look forward to catching up with you soon.